What about if we walk this? We walk into the wind. That might be better. Okay, let's go this way. Yeah, this wind. Boy, this windiest day to film, I tell you. You know, you go to the doctor and they do all these tests and everything comes out normal. They do a blood test and they say you're healthy. Yeah, you're not sleeping, you're exhausted, you have blood sugar problems, you crave everything, can't sleep at night. So because of the problem in healthcare right now is we look at everything as a separate thing. They don't look at the whole body and try to find what it's, out of all the things that's wrong, what is that one thing that needs to be handled and improved. Yeah, you go around with this wrong diagnosis that you're healthy, and he or she will say, well, if you just lost some weight, then all these problems go away. That is absolutely not true. You have to get your health back in before you lose weight. The weight is there as a potential energy, it's stored energy, it's a protective mechanism. So as a person develops more stress, they start holding on to more energy, and we call that potential energy. You know, people really are not fat, they have a little bit too much potential energy. All I'm trying to do is teach you the physiology and common sense about your body. And so there are 4 body types. So we have adrenal, thyroid, ovary, and liver.
But you can't help but wonder why those books have never seem to help. But there ain't no psychological philosophy that's ever gonna get you through. Cause with the job and the house and the kids and the spouse, you never leave anytime.
All right, so I want to show you something about these body types. This would be the first body type I'm going to talk about. This is the thyroid body type. If you take a look at what's happening, the shape is weight all over, not in any one location. We have hair loss. We have loose skin right here and right here. We have the outside of the eyebrows falling off right there. We have thinning of the hair, we have dry skin, we have loose skin. These body types crave breads, pasta, cereal, crackers, biscuits, waffles, pancakes, muffins, sodas, alcohol, Mad Dog, 2020, all of the carbohydrate family. And they like sourdough bread. You know, it's interesting, there's not a lot of nutrition in sourdough bread. There's not a lot of nutrition in any of the things that people crave. And that's why they keep craving them. So the nutrients solve the craving, not necessarily the calorie. So this particular body type will like more of the starch and sweet foods. They have cold feet. They're sluggish. They're tired. Despite how many hours of sleep they get, they're exhausted. They might even be a little bit apathetic or depressed. They can't absorb vitamins. So their vitamin absorption is very poor. So they're taking all these vitamins and they don't really see any change in their overall health. So that would be thyroid. Next body type would be the adrenal body type. Now this one is probably the most common. This one is a sagging belly. We call it the pendulous abdomen because it's like a pendant that hangs and sags. They might even get a buffalo hump back here, round face, and they think that they need to do more sit-ups. But millions of sit-ups will not flatten that belly because it's coming from a hormone called cortisol. What's happening is that cortisol, which is a destructive hormone, is eating up the protein on the legs and the butt and putting it in the stomach as fat. So if you ever watch these people climb stairs, their knees or their legs are really heavy. That body type should not be exercising at all. Why? Because they are in stress mode. Why? The adrenal gland is the stress gland. I'm just going to show you right here. So if you have the kidney, the adrenals are right on top. So they're right in here. That's where the adrenals are, right there. And they're on top of the kidney. And that's the one that pumps out the cortisol. Cortisol, which tends to put the fat around the belly. So also, the adrenal body type will create cravings for salty foods, chocolate, crunchy, cheesy things. They'll have more pain in the body. Why? Because the steroids of the body, the prednisone shots that people get for pain, are all adrenal hormones. Adrenal hormones are anti-inflammatory. That's why you get inflammation if you don't have enough of them. And they'll get sinus problems, allergies. That's the nature of the adrenal. They can't absorb calcium. So they get tight calves, cramping in the calves, tight shoulders, Despite hours of massage, they still get tight. The question is, where does all that calcium go? It goes on top of the joints is arthritis, on top of the bursa is bursitis, on top of the heel is a heel spur, or underneath the fascia, plantar fasciitis, or fibromyalgia, pain all over. So they have old injuries that just are stiff. With the hamstrings get tight, so their flexibility goes down, and their posture goes down. So all the flexor muscles of the body become involved with that body type. Other than that, they do quite well, actually. Now, let's talk about the next body type. This is the ovary body type. Look where the weight is. Saddlebags, cellulite, right in the heavy, little pooch below the belly button, right from here all the way down. Here, it's higher above the belly button. Here it's lower. Here it's all over. Menstrual cycle issues, ovarian issues, hot flashes. They crave creamy things like milk products, dairy, ice cream, sour cream, cream cheese. Their body needs calcium, in fact, and they're eating all this, the wrong foods. And so they have problems with cyclic problems that are connected to the menstrual cycle. They should avoid soy and estrogen. So that would be ovary body type. And then over here we have the liver body type. Now take a look at the difference between that belly and that belly and this belly. This is lower. This is sagging. And this guy is the guy on the beach with the Speedo. Pot belly, beer gut. Why? Because beer destroys the liver. The liver is located right here, and it's sometimes leaking fluid into the belly right here. So if you take the person and you actually have their hand on the belly and tap it, they'll feel a ripple sometimes. I'm not saying it's always fluid, but it can be fat. But you can see it's almost like a protruding belly right here. The liver sometimes will refer pain to the right shoulder right here. So sometimes they have right shoulder problems or rotator cuff, they think, but it's really a referral. I had liver problem, my right shoulder pain for a long time. I didn't know what it was. So the liver body type, they get grouchy in the morning. They usually lose that last hour of sleep, so they get up an hour before the alarm clock. The adrenal body type, the best sleep is a half hour before the alarm clock goes off. So that would be the difference between those two. This person cannot feel refreshed. They're always tired. This person just gets moody that time of the month. But this person is grouchy in the morning. They might have skin issues. A lot of liver problems are skin issues, and it comes out to the skin. You have brown spots, little red dots, psoriasis, eczema, scratching. They have digestive problems, a lot of bloating and things like that. They crave deep fried foods. What happens is the liver can't process these fats, especially the good fats, omega-3 fatty acids, and they'll crave any fat, like deep fried catfish with tartar sauce. So they want that fat, but it's the worst thing to consume. Don't put these people on a high protein diet, not good. This body type needs more protein, this needs less. They do very well with the cruciferous vegetables. That would be kale, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, that type of thing. Sometimes their back is real stiff back here. They have problems with arthritis, but they always have this issue with little whites of the eyes, have a little kind of a yellow or dirty or bloodshot eyes, and sometimes they have kind of a musty, bad breath. That's because the digestive system doesn't work right. So that would be the characteristics of the four body types, and just to give you a little information about all four of those types.